Hey guys, welcome back to your girl Empress Euphoria's YouTube channel, and we are continuing our 5 days of Christmas, and today is December 23rd. Yes, two more days until Christmas, guys. So in this video, based on the title, and already know, so we're going to be in the kitchen today, and I am going to share my secret recipe in making the traditional Jamaican black cake or fruit cake, and also my sorrel just to wash it all done. So if you want to see this video, and if you like this type of video, hit that subscribe button, give your girl a thumbs up, and turn your post notification on, so whenever I upload a new video, you'll be first to be notified. So come on and let's dive right into this video. When I'm with you, how can I... Alright guys, so these are the ingredients that you're going to need. You're going to need your flour, your molasses, red label, white rum, cherries, your browning, Guinness. I add Guinness to mine. Your allspice seasoning, liquid and powder, your nutmeg powder, liquid, yeah, and eggs, sugar, your baking tin, and you're going to need room temperature butter as well. Make sure your butter is room temperature. So I was weighing these butter because I didn't remember what was the weight, but most of the parcels were 1 pound, but I had pulled a pack and I wanted, but my scale, it needed charging and I could not find a charger. But anyway, we're winging it. So we used about 2 pounds or 2¼ pounds of butter with 2 pounds of sugar, right? I add the 1/4 pound of butter last, right there as you're seeing it, and then we're going to mix the butter and the sugar. We're going to cream it a little, right? But not all the sugar. I didn't use all the sugar at once because the pan, I noticed it was a bit small. I eventually had to change it because everything was splashing all over the place. Yeah, so this part is crucial. You have to ensure that all the sugar grains is mixed well in the butter. The sugar in particular, the grains are so huge, it took me some time to get it smooth, but you know, yeah, the work, this is where you have to use your shoulder muscles. So next I'm gonna be adding the balance of the sugar. So it's a 1 kg pack of sugar, which is 2 pounds of sugar, right? Everything is 2 pounds we're doing because we're making pound cake. All right, so we just want to ensure that everything, the crystal grains are fully blend and the butter and the sugar cream nicely. We want it to have a nice fluffy texture, so we make sure, so this step we cannot skip it. We have to make sure. So this is where I actually changed the pan because, as I said before, it was spilling all over. So I transfer the ingredients and you can see how fluffy the mixture is. This is what you want. This is the crucial step in making fruit cake, and you want a nice spongy cakey cake. This is it. If you don't want the puddingy, if you like the puddingy texture, you don't have to get it all smooth like this, but if you like the crumbliness of it, sure. So I'm gonna be sorting out my eggs. So I break my eggs in a different bowl. Okay, you know, say even this I'm running a risk because if there's a bad one in the batch, everything get cracked. So you want to know you're cracking a different bowl, then you put it in the other bowl. Here I'm removing the eyes of the eggs and whatever impurities that is there. So you just use the shell to take it out. That's the easiest way to remove stuff from egg, is using the egg shell. And I just continue the step throughout. I believe I used 12 eggs in this recipe. You can count them. Yeah. So after I've broken all the eggs, you know, I'm going to wash an orange. I didn't have any lime, so I'm using an orange peel. Yes, you can use an orange peel as well, the zest from the orange. And I'm also going to add a little lemon juice just to prevent the egg from tasting raw and smelling the egg in the cake. Yeah, so this is the purpose of grating in the orange peel in the egg and adding a little lemon. If it's a small batch of cake, guys, you don't have to use the lemon juice if you have lime or orange zest. And if you don't have either, you can use the lemon juice or lime juice. It works just fine. Just be careful with the amount that you use. And I'm just trying to ensure I get everything out of my, and this is where I'm adding the lemon juice, just a little tad. That's it, no more. And then you want to blend 1 egg at a time. You don't want to overmix your batter, so 1 egg at a time until you are finished. Just continue blending. This is the last egg, and then you can see the texture is changing. It looks so creamy and fluffy. Then you're going to sort out the fruits. This is the last of my fruits. I have this cake for 2 years soaking. That's the end of it. So I blend the fruit. Depending on your liking, you can blend it fine or you can give it some nice chop. So it's depending on how long you blend it, it will get very smooth. So you don't want it too smooth. If you prefer it smooth, you can blend it smooth. But for me, I like to have just a little fine pieces in it, you know. So I add some wine into this, some ginger wine, just to blend it. Yes, because the blender was stuck. So you want to say add some liquid. So you can choose your red label, your red label, your red wine, your white rum, whatever wine you're going to use. You just blend it with your fruit and continue. So I believe I used 3 cups of fruits in this recipe. I add some molasses to my mixture, and you want to use your wooden spoon to do this part. No more blending now. After you blend the egg, use your wooden spoon to blend the mixture. I add Guinness. This is a secret sauce to my cakes. The Guinness, yes. You add the Guinness. Don't matter how frothy it may look, so take your time and mix it well. Then I'm adding some white rum. You don't want to add too much white rum because it tend to burn for me, it burned my chest when I add too much white rum, or it can make a cake taste a little bitter. So you don't want to add too much white rum in the cake at this part of it. And you just take your time and mix. Do not over mix. Just take your time and mix your cake. It should have this nice little fluffiness to it. Now look at this, guys. We will take up the flour. And no, it's not in my house. I got this from the store. So it's a good thing I had another pack of flour. And you know, says 2 different store bought the flour. So yeah, different pack. Make sure. So guys, you have to check your stuff when you're doing it. You have to be very careful, because some people that just dump the flour into the mixture that they would have worked so hard on, and everything spoil. So in a separate bowl, you want to get your flour and sieve it so that you don't have any lumps in the mixture when you sieve it. So you sieve everything. So in this bowl, you're going to add all the powder stuff together. So I'm adding my mixed spice, guys. My eyeball everything. I'm not use measurements because I do this all the time. Nutmeg powder, all of your powder, mix your cinnamon, everything nice, and yeah. So you add all of your flavors. And you're going to add your baking powder, your salt. Yes, in it. I think it's 2 tablespoons I use, or 1.5. This looks like 1.5 tablespoons of baking powder. And then you just want to add a tad amount of salt. It looks like about 1/2 teaspoon of salt, and sieve everything, guys. Sieving, just ensure that you remove any lumps, any big grain from the mixture. And you want to add some bread crumbs. The breadcrumbs help to, it gives a more crumbly feeling to it, a more cakey type of texture instead of a puddingy texture. I like to add breadcrumbs in it. And you want to sieve it and then just remove the big particles, and then use a whisk to incorporate everything together. Like this. So easy. And guys, based on the aroma of this, you know how your cake are gonna taste, you know. So I like to taste this flour mixture, because I can know if it needs more spice, salt, any little thing. At this point, I taste it, just a little tip on the tongue, and ensure that it is perfect to my liking. And I'm just ensuring that everything is mixed, nothing is stuck to the bottom of the pan. Everything is well mixed all together. Very important step. And this is where I was telling you I taste my ingredients. And then I add a little bit amount of mixed spice and some more cinnamon, and then just whisk it. And then you want to slowly add the flour mixture to your liquid. I use a cup to add the flour, so 1 cup at a time, and you mix. Take your time and you mix. Don't dump everything together. You should smell the aroma, guys, that's coming from this. Oh my god. When I'm baking Christmas cake, man, it just lifts the spirit, and it just say yes, Christmas is here, you know. Guys, my hand them. This is hard work, especially when you're making so much. And if your spoon don't stand up in the butter like this, it is too runny. I know I'm using my cup to just pour it into my containers for baking. And there you have it. So while my cake is baking, we're going to go on to the sorrel. So let's make the sorrel. So I bought these sorrel. See how them look fresh and nice? So guys, you want to boil your water first. Add the cloves. So add cloves to my sorrel and pimento berries. And then I'm going to add it. Look at the sorrel, guys, before I continue. See how the sorrel looks? Withered and all of that. I forgot to put them in the fridge and they were getting withered. That's why them look so dingy. But anyway, I use cloves and I grated some ginger. And I'm going to add it to the boiling water. Right? Some people put it the other way around. They just put everything in one and let it come to a boil and they turn off the stove. You can do either way, it doesn't matter, but I'm doing it this way in this video. You see how the water look red? The sorrel don't ever use it weak. It is so weak. I don't know, the sorrel weak bad. And this is 4 pounds of sorrel. Can you believe it? Maybe them rob me, I don't know. So you just want to give your pot a quick stir and ensure that it is well incorporated ginger, everything in it mixed round properly. And then you just want to let it boil for like 5 minutes or so. And then you just lower your heat and just let it stay there for 5 minutes. And then you just turn it off and let it stay for overnight. So guys, I didn't get to show you, but after the cake is removed from the oven, you can pour your white rum and your red label over it while it is hot. That is how the cake going to have that strong winey rum taste. And every day you can add a little tip of it if you want it stronger, right? And it actually preserve your cake so it stays longer. Guys, I want you to comment and let me know, are you a fruitcake fan? Are you a sorrel fan? Because I know a lot of Jamaicans, they say they don't like fruitcake, they don't drink sorrel cake. So I'm kind of confused. Then you see another set will love it. So let me know in the comments section.